I think we are live. I think
Yeah.
so.
Yep.
Comments. So let's see if all my programs are muted. I don't know. Sometimes they, yeah, okay. So far, so good.
Okay.
So we'll just wait till some people show up. Right
That's
now,
fine.
the Scorpio Mom is in the house. Hello,
Hi.
Scorpio Mama. Yeah. Hi, how are you? So,
Hi.
so if you have some questions about healing or how do we heal from whatever you're going through, difficulty, put it in chat so I can start the question so we can try to answer the best of our knowing. Okay. So we're just going to wait till a little more. Lucy Mercier is in the house. Hello, Lucy. How are you?
See.
Okay. So if you have any questions on healing, put in the. There we go. Lisa is in the house too.
Please.
Well, she says hi to Ron and Aquila.
Hi.
Aquila is, if you guys don't know Aquila, she's the one with the what I call the voice of a goddess. Because I just when she talks, I don't know, my soul vibrates at a certain point, and that's why I call her the goddess, the voice of goddess energy. Okay, she has
Thanks.
that in her in her
Thanks, Ron.
energy. Yeah, you're welcome.
I see today is Lucy Mercer's birthday. Happy birthday, Lucy.
Oh my God! Happy birthday! You gotta don't tell me I have to sing happy birthday. I do. I do. I do. So, yeah. So you want to sing that with me, Akila?
Oh, wow. Okay, we can do it. You
So,
ready?
yeah. Um,
Three,
yeah.
two.
I sing like let me see. Oh my God, I forget the name. Anyway, a happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy
To
birthday,
you. Happy
Lucy.
birthday to you. Happy birthday, Lucy Mercier. Happy birthday to
To
you.
you.
Woo! Big hug to you. Uh, may all your wishes come true. Much love. Many blessings. There you go. Have a great one. So say hi. Happy birthday to Lucy Mercier in the chat. So let her know. Give her some love, some support. Okay, I'll say hi to JR's and JR's here too. JR, uh,
Mhm.
Melinda,
Linda.
Rucker. So if you have any questions on healing, you can put it in the chat. Whatever questions you have, put it in the chat. We have Sherry French also here. Uh, on
Hi.
Saturday, I did answer your question, Sherry French. I hope you played the replay. So about your question, okay. Um, So we're going to answer some questions, but before that, I would like to share something that yesterday I was Susan Lynn. If there's people that you know who I'm talking about, Susan Lynn, she's a psychic and she does a lot of politics and things like that. But had somebody that was unknown to me, an astrologer, a woman astrologer. So they were talking things like that about what's coming up, uh, what's what's between well all the politics right now between 45 blah 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 all the energy, but also talking about the future energy that's coming down the line. So
Mhm.
a lot of times, a couple of times in my channel, I was talking about. Uh, I, I mentioned this before. Some of you probably heard it before. I was mentioning that the human being should be honored, like honored should have enough money to pay their food, enough money to pay their rent, and that the government should give this money to these people, and we would have less people. We wouldn't have anybody in the street living. on the street, poverty, and all this thing, and they would contribute to the production of of everything. So it's a lot better. And when I heard what I never talked to Susan Lin about this. This was on my channel. I know she's too busy to listen to my what I'm saying on my channel because she's too busy on her channel doing a lot of lives and a lot of collaborations. So anyway, uh, okay, I got you started here. So I have to watch. I have to watch the chat sometimes. So I talked about this, and all of a sudden, uh, Susan then mentioned that she sees in the future. This is in the United States. She's talking about the United States. But I'm in Canada. I would like to see this all over the world. That the government
Mhm.
give a certain a guaranteed income to everybody that needs it to a certain amount that would be able to pay the rent and food. And I was excited when I heard that from her. And she said something about she sees in the future that in the United States. Now I don't know how many years from now, but it's in the future. She sees that happening. That there will be a guaranteed income for people,
Nice.
and it makes a lot of sense to me that I believe it would cost less money, more people, and give the chance that everybody should be treated as a human being, had the right to pay the rent, had the right enough money to pay the rent and their food. Okay, and this revenue is adjustable. If you make a certain, you need so much to, to be able to live. Not live just get by. I'm talking about living with maybe give you an example. If it takes 2,000 or 3,000 to live right, then you get that guaranteed income. So
Mhm.
the difference between what you make and that guaranteed income, you should be able, no matter what, the government furnishes the rest of what you need. So that
Oh, wow.
you, that's what I'm saying. Okay, and I brought this up. This came through my energy of now she sees that happening in the United States in the future. And she mentioned, I got, oh my God, it's exciting. You see energy sometimes without talking to people, you put it into the energy, the connections, we're all connected. All of a sudden,
Mhm.
I think she picked it up, or she must have picked it up, but the energy makes its way. All of a sudden, she mentioned she sees that coming. So I was talking about that. Nobody mentioned this stuff before. I mentioned it, but now I hear it and I get all excited that people are picking that up. So and mentioning it. So yeah,
Yeah, and I remembered when you brought that up, Ron. I
yeah,
remember when you had that conversation. That'll be really, really good if everyone, right? As you said, no one should be able to go without. No one should be homeless. No child
no,
should go unfed at nighttime or during the day. Everyone should be able to have the basic needs. So if Susan saw that and you mentioned that you've seen it before, that's really, oh, I think
yeah.
everyone will be excited and happy for that.
I'm excited. Besides that, I said I wanted to see that. I was hoping to see that in my life. Now Susan Lynn mentioned that it's coming in the future because she sees it. Okay, she like an expansion of what I said. So, wow. Now she mentioned it's going to start in the United States, which is great because usually when the United States starts something, the rest the rest of the countries follow. You get my
Yeah.
usually that's the way it works. Usually. So Sherry Francis giving money to live on it is a benefits for all, which I agree. Money makes money for the economy when people are spending. That's what I'm saying.
That's true.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's true.
that's true.
Yeah. And the government won't be like, oh, I gotta raise the tax. Oh, I gotta raise more money because they need more money. Well, that's why, because it'd be a benefit. If they did that, it costs less money than if you try to fix everything in another way. You know what I mean? It's funny. And people will be more creative, more productive, and more instead of having all these problems. It
Yeah,
creates it's a win-win situation. To me, it is anyway.
it
The way
is. And they saw that when COVID hit, right? As you said, people
yeah,
became creative. And, here we got stipends if you had kids, dependents, and
yeah,
stuff like that. And the money was put back into the economy, which helped it grow a little bit. So,
yeah,
yeah. But
yeah.
I
So
see, go ahead, Ron.
Sherry says, Rod, Social Security doesn't give enough money to live on. It's actually the same thing here. It's called welfare, but it's the same thing. It's so low that they got to make choices between paying the rent or food. How low, how cray is it? Or no, I was going to
Yeah.
say something else.
We'll
Something
say it cray.
other- yeah, and that's why they become homeless. I know about people here that are just working and living in their cars, which is
Hmm.
cray. Again, this blows my mind. It really does because the wages they get does and the hours they don't have enough money to pay the rent or food, which is how do we heal this country? How do we heal ourselves in that situation? Uh, how do we get out of this stuff? It's us that's going to make the difference. It's people that are uh, in the light. Okay, the darkness
Yeah.
is going to lose. I'm telling you, and the light is winning and winning, but it doesn't go as fast as we would like, but
It's a
we are
go.
winning. Yeah, you know, it's not like being on a train. And I just wanted to say hi to Jay. I hope you're well. Thank you for being here, everybody. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here. So today we're walking. We'll have about an hour. So uh, ethnicity says he says, "Hello, boy. Can I relate?" You see, it makes a lot of sense to me. So yeah, I also realized something. Something hit me yesterday about all this
Hmm.
stuff. How uh, because we're talking about people not having enough money for rent, not enough money to pay groceries, things like that, eating them. This energy, I got to a point where I got into this. I don't know how to connect to the energy of that. And there's people that they got enough money. I mean, I'm talking about billionaires. I'm talking about rich people. They're the ones they're pulling the strings to keep. And and I realized in that energy explain that's how they control people. They're trying to control, trying to keep them down so that you wouldn't be have the capacity to be free. So this is a way of controlling people. When you don't have enough money, you can't be. Uh,
Things.
it makes sense to me. These people they don't need more money. They do it to raise the prices. They pull
Yeah.
you do stuff, I don't
But
know. This is invisible to me, but it's behind the scenes stuff, It's I don't know anybody that's got billions and billions of dollars, but I know what they do. They're doing it to control mass.
the masses.
Yeah,
But you
something's
know what?
gonna.
Look at
Yeah,
I want to say, look at Hypnicity's comment at 4:42. She said, do you see that comment? Yeah. Times are very tight for my family. I'm grateful for the roof over our heads and food in the cupboard. And that's where it starts, right?
yeah,
Gratitude. We
yeah,
take for granted sometimes the smallest things that we do have, and sometimes watch what others have that we don't. But if we show gratitude for the smallest things, hi Jackie, then you start to appreciate and you open up yourself because you're showing gratefulness for what you do have. So then you become open to the universe, so more stuff starts flowing towards you. So that was a great comment, Hypnicity.
yeah. Sherry French. It's hard for people to pay attention to what's going on because they're in survival mode. I know what that is because I've been in survival mode. I've been like nothing. I lost everything. I'm talking about everything, and then I learned. by being grateful, everything came back. I even lost my heritage. This is something that happened to me. My heritage, which was quite a bit of money anyway, but well, I didn't go after my heritage because what the hell? I'm not going to waste my energy on that because it's hard to prove. First of all, because it's controlled by some people that were working in the government and things like that, um, and it was fraudulent. But I'm not going to go into that stuff. So I'm just grateful for what I had, and I got more than I never thought I would have. Especially when when you're completely in the street with nothing, nothing. I'm talking about way down there is nothing. I mean nothing, nothing, nothing. Like or not even enough money to take a bus to go to work or something like that.
Mhm.
I've been there, so I know what survival is because this survival energy. Okay, so
And Ron,
I
you had a great story about that bus. So I don't know if you want to share it because I don't know if everyone has heard that story.
no,
Remember, you shared a story with us about you not having
yeah,
money to get on the bus, and then all of a sudden,
yeah.
there. So, do you want to share that?
Yeah, I could share that again. The story is that this was, well, I'm talking about 34 years ago, something 35 years, 40 years maybe, something like that. I was younger, but I had to go through all these experience so that I can share these with you. And I was living in an apartment, and I was so depressed, everything. I went out of my apartment and I sat on the steps, and those steps were marble steps, marble. They're made out of marble. So anything you drop on marble steps, you can hear it. It's really
Mm-hmm.
loud, like ding, 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 whatever. And I'm sitting there all depressed, sitting in these steps, and I need money to take the bus so I know where to go, where I can, if I get there, I have a chance to get a job for the day and be paid for it. So they give you an advance. As soon as you get a job for the day, they also give you a little bit of money to start your day so that you can be able to whatever you needs, like to eat or something. I didn't have nothing, nothing. So I'm sitting there all depressed, and I'm wondering what the hell is going to happen to me. I don't know what to do, and I'm there for a while, like I don't know. It's like going through my mind. How am I going to get there? How am I going to do this? And it's too far for me to walk. And I need to take the bus at least at 5 a.m. in the morning. I don't want to walk in the city at 5 a.m. in the morning. You don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And all that way, it would have took me, I don't know, more than an hour and a half maybe to get there on foot. I don't want to do that. So I'm wondering, well, how am I going to do? I don't have enough money. When I get up from the steps. I look on the steps what I'm sitting on, and there's a bunch of change under me. It's not mine. Somebody, I don't know how the hell they got there, but it's a bunch of change. And I start counting the coins, and there's enough money to take the bus. It just blew me away. Like, how the hell did they get there? I couldn't understand. I don't understand. I still don't because I talked about it today. I still don't how the hell did that change get there? So either I tried to explain it to myself. I said maybe somebody sat there and drunk or something. Somebody was drunk and one coin came out of the pocket and he left and I went down the steps without seeing the coins and sat right on it. I don't know. I can't explain it. But I can tell you that was the beginning of my healing right there. My healing, my journey back because I let the universe take control over my life. I said, I can't anymore. I understood that uh, you don't control. You think you control because your ego wants. Oh no, I want this, like this, and that, and that. But it doesn't work that way. So I started practicing, and I knew, and then I realized I have to be grateful for what I have. So being
Yes.
grateful for me, for the change that was under me, to take the bus, that was the beginning of that practice of being grateful. And
Mhm.
today I live in the country with a house and a wife, 2.5 acres. I am just blown away. That was the start of it. That's where I had nothing. And all of a sudden, okay, you're grateful? I learned this. You're grateful? We're going to give you a little bit more. So
Yeah.
another thing, and another thing. All of a sudden, another thing. One day, besides the finding the money under me, this person gets off the bus. The bus is not far from where I am. This the same apartment, by the way. So,
Hmm.
and he looks at me, he waves to me, he said, "Hey, you need bus tickets?" Right. Wow. He had a bus tickets in his hand, one, two, three, four,
Yeah.
five. I don't know how many. And he said, I said, well, you need them? No, no. He says, I don't come from here. I don't come from. I just bought these tickets to visit the city, and I don't need them. So if you want them, I'll give them to you. He gave me the rest. Those are the small things, one after another, like this. Okay, so yeah, well,
And if we go back to Sherry French's comment, right? A word in her statement stood out to me where she said, "It's hard." I think
I got it. I think I
go
got
back
it.
to her comment.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
show it. I'll show
yeah.
everybody.
It's
It's
hard for
hard for
people to
people to
feel.
pay attention to what's going on when they're trying to survive. That's exactly what I'm saying.
So, so there's two words that stood out for me. The first word was hard, right? It's hard for me for people to focus. Change that word because remember your words kind of define your outcomes. So instead of saying hard, and this is for any and everyone, find something else positive, put a positive spin on it. And then the
Mhm.
other word is trying. Because when you're saying you're trying, I mean, we all know we try to accomplish things, right? But change the word and
Yeah.
to help it to flow better, to help it to whatever it is you want to manifest, by changing that word can help yourself and others, help the universe work with us, co-create with us with whatever it is we're needing. So just be mindful of our word choices. Yeah.
Uh, there's another thing I shared on Saturday. I was talking about that. It comes out back in on my mind right now, um, because we're talking about healing energy. We're talking about healing ourselves. We're talking about healing, all kinds of healing energy. This,
Mhm.
okay, the world, the planet needs to heal. Everyone needs to heal. And how do we raise the vibration to be able to heal each and every one of us? One of the ways I saw in the energy was every conscious, I'm talking about awakened woman, I'm talking about female energy,
Okay.
to be able to raise the vibration, to be able to heal, because it's really, really needed right now.
Yeah.
Female energy. When the female energy in everyone, all the female, even men, but besides that, anyway, men or female, will, how can I put this? Get out of the fear energy that will raise the vibration because the women will take back their power. Every person that takes back their power will automatically heal themselves. A
And the collective.
certain amount of healing goes on with that, and also raise the vibration that will distribute it the planet, and it will create a balance between male and female energy, which is needed. I'm not talking about taking. I'm not talking about the female energy taking back the power and said, "Hey, you son of a bitch, you're my ex," and go, "Wow, wow, wow, wow! You're gonna pay for what Not that energy. I'm talking about because I'm talking about the love energy. I'm talking about really pure light energy where we don't go at each other. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And that'll help the planet heal. I believe that's it's coming, but it's needed also. See what I mean?
So
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish your thought.
Well, I just said as long as uh, I'm talking about awakened women. I'm not talking about the cray cray women. There's cray cray women and there's cray men. I'm talking about the ones that really, really comes from the heart,
Mm-hmm.
that they want peace, love, come together. They don't want to live on hate and fear anymore. They're tired of that. That thing, it will raise the vibration. I see that coming, but I do see it coming, and it's very very near in the future. But for each of us, we should realize what is fear in us and what is not. There's a good fear, and there's a fear that takes away our power.
Yeah.
You know, you understand, there's one is needed, to protect yourself, but
Mm-hmm.
there's another one. It takes away your power. Men or women. Yeah, go ahead.
What I was going to ask, right? Because you talked about raising the vibration. So, what are
Yeah,
some things that you do to help raise your vibration, right? Because we're humans
yeah,
and we have our daily lessons that we go through. I won't say challenges, I'll say lessons or that we're faced with.
yeah.
And sometimes they're great and sometimes they're not so good. So, what do you say to share with the audience? Like, do you do to help raise your vibration? And then I can share what I sometimes do.
Well, I do a lot of there's meditations. There's also uh, how do you say that? I'm always sometimes like connect to myself or something. It's like closing my eyes, and then I let the things go
Hmm.
in my energy, and all of a sudden energy explains energy to me. It's a weird way, but it is. That's what it does. Okay. And then I said, oh, okay, I'm learning from this myself. And as soon as I learn it, this is what I share with the rest of you, and
Hmm.
it makes sense to me. It makes sense, and I hope it resonates with you guys too. But we all are where we are. Okay, we're all going to get there one way or the other. We're all going to get there. We're all unique, but it does make sense to me. And I, I take a breather, and yeah, sometimes okay. Sometimes I have rough days,
Yeah.
and I hmm, trying to decide where should I go. Should I go into, oh, no, my ego wants to get in the way. No, 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 no. I want to do things like it used to. No, no, no,
Mm.
no. That doesn't serve me anymore. So I reach into my heart and let the heart take over with love, because I know that's the answer. I just know it. So yeah,
Yeah. So what I found is that a lot of folks, hi Gina, a lot of folks are posting these funny videos, whether it's about cats,
yeah,
just children doing goofy stuff. And I
yeah,
find laughter creates joy. And that
yeah,
is one of the ways to raise your vibration, right? So if you're feeling down and out or you're in that not so good space, go to YouTube, Google funny videos. There's a guy who does voiceovers with animals. He's hilarious. He has me laughing all day. Put on your favorite music, dance. Movement helps that stuck energy of whatever you're feeling to flow
right.
throughout the body. So move, and then you'll realize it changes your whole energy and you're in a better place. So those are just in addition to what Ron you said, the meditation, I do that as well. And sometimes meditation is a little hard to do, to
Yeah.
find that quiet because your mind wants to go all over the place. Start small, start with 5 minutes, and
Well,
then gradually build.
I heard I don't know if you guys know about Matt Fraser. I think his name is Matt Fraser. I
Mhm.
believe it's Matt Fraser. Uh, he talks with the dead.
Yeah.
He's young. He said something that really, really resonated with me. Okay. There's also, imagine yourself in a shower, taking a shower, and the water is flowing on you. Okay. Imagine and ask that in your imagination, imagine that it's white, pure white light
Yeah.
will surround you, protect you, and the more you do it, the more you the more you do it, practice that, the more you also raise your vibration. And as you raise your vibration, you'll attract more people to you at the same time, and you will help raise their vibration. Or there's a connection. There's always a connection, but it's
Yeah.
outside the ego part. You know what I mean? So white, pure white light. Because on the other side, they don't have this jealousy. They don't have duality. They don't have I'm better than you, blah 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 blah. This they don't. It's all pure, unconditional love, and it's in pure white light. Surround yourself with pure white light. It will protect you, and it will raise you, and you will not be uh, affected by negative energy. It'll help you release and not be in fear. Don't let fear take over. Take back your power. It's one way. It's not the only way. But I remember being in depression, and they taught me how to. Some people I took some advice. When you're full of emotions, I used to go in the car and scream like hell, right? Scream like crazy out of
Hmm.
it. Then
Let
I
it
couldn't.
go.
Yeah, let it out because that you can't live with that kind of energy all the time because it'll break you. It'll knock you down, and you know. But by releasing it, it's funny how it works. Music, listen to music, like you said, dancing, moving around,
Hmm.
listening to funny movies and laughing your head off will automatically put you in that mood. Automatically does. And music is universal language. It's part of a light language, I guess you can call it light language, where it reaches everybody's soul. And anyway, that's
And it's okay to cry. We've
yes.
been taught, oh, suck it up. You're bigger than that. Don't let anyone see your weak side. It's okay to cry because crying, that water is flowing. So you're letting go of whatever is built up on that energy that's built up on the inside. So
Mhm.
cry. Put on your favorite music and dance and cry.
Uh, and if you put yourself in the surround yourself with pure white light, when you practice that, you won't be um, I don't know how to put it, be sucked into negative energy. There's people around you sometimes, or somebody can influence. Oh, you should do this. Oh, you should do that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then you get sucked out without you noticing because we have programs that do exist in our minds, and it's very easy for us to be sucked into it because we are used to it. It's like invisible stuff. And that then you go, oh Jesus, yeah. And then when you realize you cut these things off, but you have to protect yourself from taking on somebody else, especially when you're an empath. When empath, some of you, some of you are, most of you are empaths, and sometimes you not even know it. They can,
Yeah.
you have a good heart, and something break.
Oops. We're losing you.
My internet or yours?
No, that's yours. I think you're back
Oh,
now.
I'm back now. Hey, welcome back, Ron. So anyway, since we only have an hour, we got
Take
uh,
some questions.
we have one question up there. So it was from Jr. That's the one I. Oh, what is it? Me again? I hope not.
Hi, Patricia.
Okay.
Which many years
Jr.
ago?
says I've been working on my past dramas for many years now. I've been improving, but still have a bad moments. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
They're gonna come and go and come and go and come and go. Just stick at it, JR. Just stick at it. Keep working on
Yeah.
that trauma. Yeah. Yeah. Be be
It's a faith. Have faith that the universe is working on your behalf because you're worthy of that. Okay.
and give yourself grace. The trauma didn't happen overnight.
No.
So healing it is not going to happen overnight. Okay. So give yourself grace as you work through it.
Yeah, but there's practices you can do. Don't get. Oh, it's easy to say don't get sucked into negative energy because it's very easy to get into it. It's funny. I'm not pulling your leg. I mean, I've been, and it took me a little while to figure out what. How come I got caught again? And I get pissed off on myself because I got into it again, and then I won't get caught again. I just said I won't get caught again, and I get caught again until I said okay, uh, but it could happen. But at least I'm aware of it. Okay, I'm aware of it, and I don't let it like take over
Mhm.
in the way I used to, because oh well maybe yeah. Well anyway, I don't put myself in that victim mode anymore. I used to do that a lot. Victim mode, put myself in the victim mode and get sucked in. That's how I
Yeah.
did it. Because of what? One reason, because I wasn't honored and I wasn't loved as much as I wanted to be when I was a kid. So very easy for me to, okay, accept anybody, no matter what, and get sucked in. Oh, for just a little bit of that. Hey, I'm
Yeah.
more worthy than that, really. But I didn't know it. That's the only thing. So just become aware of that, especially that way. It's funny when the more love you give to yourself and you create that space, the more you receive. And you don't even have to run after it and you don't have to ask for it. It just comes.
To you. Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
So,
And JR,
anyway,
I don't know what it is you're working on, and we don't need to know. But what I would say to is allow yourself to, they talk about forgiveness, right? They say, oh, forgive the person for whatever they might have, um, the effect they had on you. And sometimes that's a little bit challenging to do because maybe because of what occurred, but
yeah,
allow yourself to forgive yourself.
right.
You might have caused the trauma, but you said you've been working on it for years, but now you're aware, or whenever you became aware of it and you're working on it, allow yourself the forgiveness, for carrying that burden for so long. Now you're aware of it. Okay, so give yourself that forgiveness, and you'll see subtle changes starting to happen.
Because some
But
people
keep at
find
it. Yeah,
find the
keep
word.
at it.
Some people find forgiveness like, oh, geez, I can't forgive. I can't forgive. Uh, how can I put? I had problems with because how the hell? I've seen people do it though. I've seen people mention I forgave this person for doing this and that. And I wonder how the hell do you do that? I didn't understand. And the way I had not to do for the person that did something to me, for
It's
myself. I had to
yes.
my freedom, not their freedom, my freedom.
Mhm.
See what I mean? Me. I had to work for me. I had to survive. I had to save me. I had to get out of this stuff because it's not working and it makes me sick. And it driving me all kinds of stuff because it was affecting me so much. It was affecting my whole life, my adult life, because all it kept like in the movie, repeat, 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 repeat. Oh, it's his fault. It's his fault. His fault. And blaming, and I was doing this, and I couldn't understand. This is not part of me. This is a program that was planted in me and repeating itself, and I'm allowing it because I'm allowing myself to be a victim of it. So,
Yeah.
cut it off. No longer a victim. That I took my power back. It's funny. And then I realized, oh my God, I didn't know I was like that. I didn't know I was like this. I didn't know I had so much love in my heart. I didn't know. People used to tell me stuff, and I said, Jesus, what are you talking like that to me for? Why you give me so many flowers or things like that? I think you're playing games with me. But what they're saying, I realized that myself. When you do realize it yourself, you just, what a wonderful place to be when you can be who you are and not be ashamed of it.
Mm-hmm.
Stand in your truth.
Mm-hmm.
The people that are jealous, they're jealous, or they don't consider you, or they're not with you, or whatever they do to you. It's their problem, not
Not,
yours.
yeah,
So, you
yeah.
know,
Forgiving them releases you from the bondage, the hold, because you're
yeah,
giving them power. Yeah. So just
you're given it
forget.
power, and it's here. The power
Yeah.
is in your head. It's a program, and that program doesn't belong to you. It doesn't. It might. It was there for an experience, and once the experience is over and you learn the lesson, release it.
Yes.
Uh it's took me. It's not an overnight thing, but it took me a long time to understand this thing. I had to go deep inside me. What makes me tick? What makes me do this? What makes me do that? I had to find out what, why do when this thing goes, I go king. React to this, react to that. I had to learn these things. But the only way is not working on that person, but working on yourself,
You-
connecting to yourself. Talk to yourself. I don't know. I talk to myself. I bitch myself and everything. And a lot of times I did that. But anyway,
Yeah. And always ask yourself or
yeah,
ask the universe,
yeah,
what lesson am I to learn from this?
yes,
And you'll get the answer. And once you get the answer, it's like, oh, okay. Now you can move to the next step and continue on that healing.
right.
Yeah.
Because you have to get out of the fear energy, because fear energy will keep you in there, keep you a slave. You know, fear energy keeps you in that energy. The the unworthiness that you feel. Oh, I don't have confidence in me, or whatever, or Jesus, scared of everything. You, you're scared that people won't accept you. You're scared that you're not valued. You're scared that you're lower. You're not accepted. You don't belong here. Something like that. I felt that for a long time. I thought I came into a world. What the hell am I doing here? I shouldn't be here. I mean, this world is cruel, cruel, cruel. And I actually wrote a note, suicide note one time, and I wrote, "Goodbye, cruel world." I didn't
Mhm.
succeed, but
Yeah.
but I promise I never do that again, and I have, no matter what. But it was it came close. It really did. But look what I wrote. I remember the note. Bye bye cruel world. I saw it. I was so sensitive to all that stuff. I couldn't take it anymore. But at the same time, I know I had a near death experience when I was younger. But even that, I just wanted to get back to the world where things are better. Like, yeah.
Ron, because I know I see Lucy Mercer has a question. You want to take a look? I don't know if I didn't see any other question, but let's look at Lucy's.
Lucie Mercier has a question. I don't see it.
At 5:13, 5:13 p.m.
5:13. I think that's it right here, right? Right? My daughter has
Uh,
negative energy. This one?
no,
No.
there's not that one. There's another one, and she
Okay.
has. I have it in bold. Oh, caps.
Give me a second there, folks. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, anyway, that's one way. If I resonate with you guys, some examples of what my journey was like, or what I was talking about. So these are examples of where, just become aware of it. Maybe you will help you uh, see the light in your own life, so that you will be able to unveil. what is uh, needs to be released. Put it that way. Is no longer useful, or because once it's released, they don't have control. The program doesn't have control on you anymore. Once you wake up, it's it's just like that. It's released. It's the cause. I'm not talking about the effect. You have to. No, I'm still searching. Okay, I there it is. This one you're talking about. Eh?
Yes,
I have a
that.
question. My daughter strongly dislikes gays. I think she had a bad experience with a female friend who disappointed her with sexual advance. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mhm. Yeah. But that's a program. Okay. I can explain that, well, to me anyway, about gays, lesbians, or whatever they call it. It's just the name anyway. It
Mhm.
it's just that I am very strong on unconditional love, and I believe in this very strongly, that no matter what your sexual orientation is, that everybody in the world, no matter what shape it turns out to be, uh, with a woman or with another man or with another person. That's what I'm saying. It's that I see first. I don't see there's not no harm in it as long as it doesn't harm anybody else's. It's none of it's really none of our business of this thing, because it's a private thing, you know. Yeah. Does that make
And
sense to you?
oh
Yeah.
yes, yes. And Lucy, it's uh, probably a bit of shame, 'cause sometimes even if you're straight and you make an advance to someone and you're rejected or you feel rejected, right? You kind of like pull away. So give her time. I don't know how long I don't know how long it's been going on for, but I would say give her some time.
Yeah.
Um, she'll figure it out. She'll figure it out.
She's trying to figure it out whether uh what where to go. It seems that she's in there like a crossroad, like this, a crossroad. Should I do this or should I do that? It depends on okay. She's also afraid. She's in the fear energy, be afraid to accept things in a certain way. You know what I mean? Accept it, but she has to release because she's in the fear energy. Put it that way. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Oh, okay. It's the okay. Okay. So Lucy had another comment. Yeah.
Let me. I'm still because I have another one up there. Uh,
Okay.
Question. I think Pisces. Okay, Pisces follows in the house. Okay. Uh oh. He says my voice is breaking up.
Yeah, at certain times it goes in and out.
Oh, it's probably because my internet's going crazy. This energy. um, when you touch things like that and you unveil things like that, sometimes it can go cray cray because you know it messes things up. Yeah. Right, Gina. Oh, oh, it's not working. Somebody's doing a cuckoo on me.
You got it?
Okay, she says she's not gay. I think her friend was. She didn't know her friend was gay. Yeah, it's true. And
Mm,
it sort of shocked her, but at the same time, uh, I don't know.
yeah. Just continue to send her love.
Yeah,
You know, um, if she talks to you about it, sometimes they just want a listening ear. not a response. And as a parent, that's kind of hard to do because you want to respond, but just be that listening ear and send her lots of love. Yeah.
Okay, we'll move on because that was the second question. Okay, let me see. JR, we did it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, let me see. So, anybody else have one question? We have maybe one question about healing. You have something else to share about healing, Akila?
Um, no, we can see if anyone has any questions while I, give it a little bit of thought. We can answer a question for someone. That's fine.
Yeah, because people sometimes don't know it's what happened. Why I put myself in the victim mode because the problem was self confidence and trust. I got to a point where I had problem trusting people. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So because it's normal because I was abused. It's because when you're in that situation, your all your self confidence it was taken away. Okay, you know? Yeah, bullied at school and things like that. I went through all that too. So I don't
Well,
see anymore.
if we don't have any
Yeah,
questions,
go
do you
ahead.
want us to pull a healing card for the collective?
Sure, I could put an angel card, any card, or I'm thinking about pulling the lightwood card.
Oh, I think you froze again. Oh, there you go.
The secret language of the light.
And I'm going to pull from the Healing Waters Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell.
Yeah. Thank you, folks, for all your support. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing. I hope that resonates with you guys, and I hope that it helps maybe clear the unknown. It's good to share.
And I don't know
In
why I got the urge to say, keep pushing, keep trotting forward. Don't feel defeated, even if you feel like you've stepped back into our programmed ways. Just keep moving forward.
Mhm. Wow. Okay.
How many cards are you pulling, Ron?
One.
Oh, okay.
Gina says, okay. Here's a question. I think I'll show her to you. Gina, Gina, on a complete different point, I am dealing with the whole grief circle as my former boss has too much pain and killed herself. Oh my God. Okay. I am angry, shocked, sad, and keep asking why. I had the same thing. For years or years, I asked why. It's in their contract.
Yeah.
People have a contract to do this in their life for to give, I don't know, like uh, an experience like that. I had experience of one of my um, I was going to share this. My ex girlfriend killed herself after 35. It was 35 years ago. She was only 35 years old. So she was a school teacher and killed herself. There's nothing I could do. Nothing. I didn't even know she had a problem. So that's how bad it was. So you see what I mean? But um, I guess yeah, you're trying to understand, but it's beyond uh, what I understood. I can only share about my story is that I had a reading with somebody, that I talked about this and I couldn't understand why somebody like her would do this. So after all, everything everything was love towards her and everything, you know. And all of a sudden she did that. And I got to understand because the person showed up and herself was she was full of holes. It was like her full of holes. It's like a container you're trying to put water in, it leaks all over the place. So no matter how much love and how much, you know, the water kept pouring out of the holes, you couldn't contain it. So this is how I understood that she had wounds or to heal and she didn't get to heal them and couldn't heal them no matter how much love I gave her because I was full of holes too. I was full, but maybe not to the point. It wasn't in my contract to succeed to a suicide, even though I did try it once. I didn't succeed. You see what I mean? It's an understanding that she has that in her contract, life
Yeah.
contract. Yeah,
And
but
it's normal to have those feelings, Gina. So allow yourself to go through it. Allow yourself to be angry. Allow yourself to be shocked. Allow yourself to be sad. Allow yourself to cry. Allow yourself to go through it. Okay, and that's a way of also healing yourself. And also, it seems like you and this boss may have had a pretty close relationship, friendship. Um, but that also helps. And Ron, you can help me clarify this better. But that also helps her, right? Because you are not, when you hold on to that, what you're feeling, it it kind of holds. Uh, how do I want to word this? It kind of holds them in I'll say a weird place. That's what the word, a weird place. So by allowing yourself to go through it and heal, you also allow her to, I guess, release. Am I saying that right, Ron? You might be able to better explain what I'm trying to say.
really is that hmm, in life review on the other side. See, I don't know when this happened, but I know that my ex girlfriend is working on the other side on behalf of people that do help people that did commute, commit suicide. You know what I mean? With pink energy, put it that way, healing energy. She's working on the other side to help other people like that. Because what is real, the real truth about that is that you didn't lose that person. Physically, yes, you committed suicide, but she says 2 weeks ago, but you're
Ghost.
still connected no matter what. And she's very, very alive, but surrounded by pure unconditional love, which is a lot different than here. And she doesn't have all whatever she went through here doesn't exist anymore. Put it that way. Okay.
And she
It's
doesn't want to see you
yeah,
hurting. She doesn't want to see you in pain. She doesn't want to see you angry. Now
right.
she may, she knows it's hurting you, but
Yeah,
she wants remember, try to remember the good that you have of her. She
right.
knows why she did what she did, and that, as Ron said, that's part of her agreement. That's what her lesson.
Yeah.
But she doesn't want you to suffer in pain because she couldn't deal with whatever she was dealing with. So just allow yourself to go through the process.
Yeah. Take the time to start healing yourself because that's exactly what she wants for you to let go of that. That it's not affecting her anymore. It's affecting you, and she wants you to release that stuff. So, but at the same time, uh, we sort of, like I said, I sort of, I didn't want to go through that. I thought it was a shock to me. It blew it blew me right off my mind. I went pretty hickey with that stuff. because she did that. But and I wondered, I should have did this. I should have did that. I nearly went completely out of my head, because of that stuff. But it's a process. But as a survivor of that, and I know a lot of people, there's a lot of people that talk to me about losing a loved one that committed suicide, a brother, a husband, things like that. So imagine,
Mhm.
I mean, it's a lesson for me, but also a lesson to the world, you know, that, you know, uh, there's people that have contracts. Like a lesson for all of us at the same time. It's like, I don't know how to put it, but I know we have to go. So I have a card for the collective. It's from the secret language of light, and it's grounding.
Oh,
Ground.
wow.
Look at this grounding. Okay, and the message is anchor into the earth and always feel at home. Um, circumstances have affected your energy. You may be feeling disconnected, scattered, or overwhelmed. You may be bumping into things or forgetting if you lock the door or turn the iron off. The what? Yeah, that's what's my turn the iron off when you left home. Oh, stop whatever you're doing and breathe. Let yourself be here. Call your dispersed energy back to your heart. Imagine an unbalanced or excess energy flowing into the earth and feel the calmness of nature in exchange. Nature uses this energy for growth and expansion. This is symbolic or co-creative process that we learn. When you recenter, you will begin to feel more aligned, relaxed, at peace. This may also be a message to spend more time outside. Nature's loving resets our energy. It holds no judgment, but simply allows and accepts. So that's the message. Yeah.
Nice one. And
Yeah.
from the Healing Waters deck, I got King Tide, and this says plenty, prosperity, receiving the fullness of life. If you can see that, pull it back a little bit. And the message would, which is how we actually started off the conversation a bit. But it says, this is the card of full blooming flowers and the season of summer. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Lie on the soft grass and take in the view. Do what you love and what makes you come most alive. Relish everything about this moment. What you're longing for is ready for you to embrace it. Be ready to receive it. Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah. It's really good.
Yeah.
So that's the message for today, folks. And so, oh, talking about Kate, Dream Detective Kate, I had on last week. And Jay, you send everybody send some loving support and much love and like to them because they're going through difficult moments. Her husband and Kate's husband are at the hospital right now, so they're going through health problems and things like that. So I hope to send them a lots of love. Uh, Also, Jay's going some health problems too. So yeah, nature is a healer. It's true.
Yes. Yeah.
Go hug a tree or just listen. Sometimes that's what I do. I just go outside. I'm in nature. I just stay there quiet and listen.
So-
All of a sudden, I hear the birds
mm,
speaking to each other or something like that. It's amazing. Yeah. So, a big shout out to Akira for joining me on another venture of healing energy, and maybe we can continue if you guys are up to it. We can continue on this journey. So, so I
Thanks for
hope
having
that yeah, you're welcome.
and thank
So
you to everyone in the chat.
yeah. So thank you for all my moderators. Thank you for your support and thank you so much for being here. So we have to go because it's been an hour, and Akila that has to go. So thank you very much for sharing this time. I'll be on Saturday again. So same time, same place. Thank you. Bye, everybody.